Very good evening to all of you. I am Devin Tiwari, Assistant Professor in EX Department. Now I am sharing my YouTube lecture number 8 with you all. Hope you will enjoy this lecture. So now in sharing process, please wait a while. This will be on the topic of comparison between moving iron instrument and permanent magnet moving coil instruments. What are the major differences between them? What are their principles and how they are beneficial to us? We will discuss all the points one by one. So please wait. I'm just sharing my slide. There is little technical problem with my laptop. So please be patient. Just waiting to view the slides. Already shared my slides. Just wait a while, please. Some issues have arisen on laptop. That's why there are some problems which may overcome very shortly. I'm again sharing. I think now it is shared to you. Please wait. Yes, now it is available to you. So this our topic is comparison of PMMC and analog instruments. So we will compare these instruments, their techniques, their principles, and applications, all the things. So moving to the next slide. I have just difference between moving iron and moving coil instrument. One of the significant difference between the moving iron and moving coil instrument is that in moving iron instrument, the soft iron system is used for measuring mechanism, whereas in moving coil instrument, the conductor coil is used for DC measurement. The other differences between the moving iron and moving coil instruments are shown in next slides. We will move to next slides. Now we will come to definition of moving iron instrument. What is moving iron instrument? The instrument which uses the soft iron core for measuring the current or voltage is known as the moving iron instrument. That means instrument which have soft iron core for measuring purpose is known as moving iron instrument. It works on the principle that the iron attracts towards the magnet. The magnetic field induces because of the electromagnet, and the iron piece is placed between this field. The force of attraction acting on the soft iron core and the magnitude of the force depends on the strength of the magnetic field. We'll move to next slide. Now we will observe what is moving coil instrument. The instrument in which the coil rotates between the magnetic field of the permanent magnet for measuring the DC. Such type of instrument is known as moving coil instrument, or we can say permanent magnet moving coil instrument. It works on the principle that the force acting on the coil places between the magnetic field of the permanent magnet, and because of this magnetic field, the coil rotates. Now, these are the definitions. Now we will see some key points. That means the key differences between moving coil and moving iron instrument. The following are the key differences between the moving coil and moving iron instrument. First difference is the moving iron instrument uses the soft iron piece as a rotating element, whereas the moving coil instrument uses the coil as a rotating element. Second difference, the working principle of moving iron instrument depends on magnetism, whereas the working principle of moving coil instrument is similar to the working principle of DC motor. Number third difference, the MI iron instrument, that means moving iron instrument, has the non-uniform scale, as we already understand, I've already studied in the classes. MI instrument has non-uniform scale, whereas the moving coil instrument has uniform scale. Next difference, the moving iron instrument is less accurate as compared to moving coil instrument. That means moving iron instruments are less accurate. Next is the moving iron instruments uses the air friction damping, while in moving coil instruments we use eddy current damping system. The damping is the phenomena through which the amplitude of oscillations decreases. That means when the pointer settle down. This is known as damping. Damping settle down helps to settle down the pointer. Otherwise, it will deflect. It will deviate through its position. Next difference is the moving iron instruments consumes more power as compared to moving coil instrument. That means moving coil instruments are more, they are power beneficial. They will consume less power. Next difference is the moving iron instrument is used for measuring both the direct and alternating current, whereas moving coil is used for DC measurement. That means here advantage is with moving iron instrument we can measure both the things, DC as well as AC quantity. But in with the help of moving coil only we can use DC coil. We can only measure DC measurements, DC quantities. Next slide. We come to next slide. Next difference is in moving iron instruments, the gravity or spring provides the controlling torque to the instrument, whereas in moving coil instrument, the spring provides the controlling torque to the moving coil instrument. Gravity or spring will provide control in moving iron. Here, only spring provides the controlling torque to the moving coil instruments. Next difference is deflection of moving iron instrument is proportional to the current, whereas in moving coil instrument, the deflection is proportional to square of current. Next is moving iron instrument is free from hysteresis losses, whereas hysteresis losses occurs in moving coil instruments. Next is the instrument which uses the soft iron piece as a moving element. Such type of instrument is known as MI instrument, as we already studied this thing. And the moving iron instruments can be used as ammeter, voltmeter, and wattmeter, whereas moving coil instrument used as voltmeter, ammeter, galvanometer, and ammeter. Move to next slide. Now comes to conclusion. The moving iron instruments consist of soft iron core and used for both AC and DC measurement. In moving iron instruments, the coil made up of conductor is placed between the magnetic field of permanent magnet, and movement of coil gives the DC measurements. Again, I want to explain you what is the conclusion. Moving iron instruments consist of soft iron core and is used for both the AC and DC measurement. And in moving coil instrument, the coil is made up of conductors placed between the magnetic field of permanent magnet, and the movement of coil gives the DC measurements. So these are some points related to the comparison between moving iron and moving coil instruments. Hope you will understand. And if you any doubt arises, we will more clear it in classes. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.